Yo, guys, welcome back to the show that keeps you blazing. Another great episode of Loaded Up Entertainment. It's Stroby Grams, baby girl.
ST Spittin to be exact.
And we have a very honorable guest today on this episode, too. Very special. You guys give it up for the CEO of Loaded Up Entertainment, Dontae Catlett, in the freaking building.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me.
Dude? How you doing?
Man, definitely good.
I'm chilling.
Here, man.
How you guys doing?
I'm loaded.
As per usual.
What were you guys smoking?
This Cosmic Crunch mixed with
that home
run crunch. I'm telling you, the Oops All Berry strains are doing numbers.
Yo, shout out to Oops,
numbers.
Man,
yeah, definitely. The streets is talking. Shout out to the fundraisers. You feel me?
Big shout out.
It's going down. What you smoking right now, man?
You know, the crunch berries.
Yes.
I would say the Oops All Berries. The Oops All Berries is one of my favorite. The original one, and then the Cosmic Crunch. All the other ones are a little bit more of a sativa for me, but definitely those.
That original one was like a euphoric ass high. Like,
it really was.
Yeah,
I was hella happy.
I really like that cotton candy. That was like
tasteful.
Yeah. I mean, I like them all though. Honestly, they always fire.
Just know Oops got the flavors, right?
They got the new one too. You know? There's the other one that we're missing.
What?
The one with Oops that looks like the Quaker oatmeal.
Oh yeah! Shout out to whoever designing that stuff, man. Y'all going crazy out there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm weak. Quaker oatmeal.
Yan cakes.
Yan cake. Oops.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yan cakes berries or something like that.
Yan cake berries. Yan cake.
Yes, sir.
So man, I have a couple questions. We have a couple questions for you. So how does it feel to like create one of actually the biggest platform as far as cannabis goes in today's era of digital?
Yeah, because Load Up is big, man.
It's huge.
Well, first of all, I want to say and give a huge shout out to everybody that makes the show possible, right? Because it's not just me behind there. It's just an idea, and it's just an entire like group of people that make this show come to life.
Yeah, of course.
And right now, what I was saying before the person behind the camera distracted us.
Shout out production.
She was trying to show us something. I had no idea what it was. But, it hasn't hit me yet, to be completely honest with you. Like, when I hear it from you guys, you're saying all these people are coming up to you. I get some people coming up to me talking about Loaded Up now, especially now that they know, like, I'm the guy behind the camera, editing the show. But it still really hasn't hit me. Like, it's a global phenomenon. We've reached 1 billion people, and just to know that we inspire, educate, entertain that many people, help people save their lives, got people through really rough times with their relationships, and really inspired a new generation of filmmakers and creatives in this industry and looking at the planet a different way. Now that's huge.
Because we for sure set the bar and set some trends in this thing for sure.
Definitely provided the template, like, you know what I'm saying?
The blueprint of this.
Blueprint.
The
green print.
Any print.
At least what they know for now, because they really don't know what's coming. But you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? They just be inspired. And so, speaking of that, let me ask both of y'all, you know, myself included, what's some of the craziest places people done walked up and recognized you from Loaded Up? Because we know people popping from a lot of stuff. We done did music, dancing, you know what I'm saying?
I always get, like, the restaurant ones, but it's like the ones that always blow my mind is when I'm out, like, with family at a theme park or something like that. Like it's like a young like teenager.
Was it you that got seen like somewhere out of the country though? Like,
yeah,
that's
definitely. They was watching us in Paris. Some dudes from Amsterdam came and was like, we know Loaded Up. They got high with us and everything, bro. Shout out to them.
Shout out to you guys. If you're enjoying this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe right now to the podcast.
Make sure you guys rate it too.
You know what I'm saying? I'm used to just like in the Bay Area, it's like it's hard to not get recognized if you're popping for something. You know what I'm saying? But so the place that really shocked me was when I went to get my passport, and an 11-year-old girl walked up on me.
Wait, what?
And I was kind of pissed because I was going on what I thought I was picking my passport up, but when you still like owe some money, you gotta pay some tickets. They let you. They just like you think you're gonna get your passport, like hey.
That process like,
sucks. Oh, we have a letter for you. You know, if you get a letter, it's bad. You feel me? And I just got the letter. Like, all right, what I gotta do? And excuse me, sir. And I'm like,
the accent code.
Hey, because for like you know what I'm saying, she definitely was from another country. You know what I'm saying? But she said she had been living out here, but she had, you know, moved to America or whatnot. Like, I didn't even think to ask her where she was from, but she had a little like a little Kamali accent. You know, excuse me, sir. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? What's good? And she was like, can I take a picture with you? I'm like, what you know me from? Loaded Up. And I'm like, all right, it's good. And I took a picture with her, and then I had to ask her, like, hold up, you be watching Loaded Up? And she just started laughing. And her parents was just like, yes, she's a fan of you.
I had to remember that he said that she was only 11 years old.
That's what I'm tripping about.
I think you need some
this
more
was
water.
last year, bro.
Yes.
This was 2019.
Shout out to
this was December 2019. I remember it so vividly. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't think I was gonna get my passport in time for the trip, but I ended up getting it. But dude, she was. It just made me think like my daughter, you know, was her exact same age.
Yeah, facts.
And I've been ran up by people at her school who watch the show, and I'd be like, "Hey, I can't smoke with you on camera with my daughter."
And that's the craziest thing, because you can go to another country and it's legal, quote unquote, for them to medicate and use the plant. I think it's really up to the end user how they're being responsible with it. Like, we can't lie. When we were younger, we were always curious, like, what is cannabis?
Yeah, 100%.
Right. So it's like, what was the youngest that you guys were when you first medicated?
I did it with my mom when I was like 14, first time, and I didn't get back until I was 16.
That's dope. With moms, though?
Yeah. It's hard.
My first time was with my brother on his prom. I was like 14 or 15. I think I was 15. But like, yeah.
You remember the strain? Mine was cat piss.
Mine was GDP.
Oh, your ass was knocked.
It was GDP, and it was in a Swisher, and it was with my stepbrother D'Angelo, who at the time, I believe he's like 4 or 5 years younger than me. So just imagine that. I was a freshman in high school. It was just summer break. And then his cousin had pulled up, and he rolled up a chop, and the rest was history. After that, I mean, you know, that first hit was crazy.
Oh, yeah, I literally floated.
Exactly. That's how I felt, too.
I'm going to definitely say that they had some GDP. Back when I didn't know it was
that town
GDP at the time.
Too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was just,
real town
that
purple.
dark. You know what I'm saying? But I was definitely loaded. And I hated to be loaded at the time because I was such an athlete. I just wanted to play basketball at the time. And I used to even be like, you're frying your head. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I resisted the high. I didn't want to be high, you know? So I really couldn't enjoy it because at the time I just was so anti. I knew I was high, but like, I still went and played basketball.
That experience was so crazy. It was different. It was hard to control that. And I don't think anybody tells you your first time's doing it that your tolerance will go higher and you won't have these crazy, like, I won't say paranoid moments. Sometimes that can happen depending on the strain, how much you consume.
I was
paranoid before
because I was so adamant on not being high. I just was playing basketball. So really, like, I was just like, you know, but that calm down came, though. Like, I knew when I was high. Like, when I sat down and I could feel it, and I'm like, oh, that's
and your vision slow. You sitting still with your vision slowly going.
Oh, that's that weed. You know what I'm saying? And it's hitting. And I'm like, fuck that. And I went back and just kept playing, like, but I tried to, like, drown it out. But I remember my first time, like,
Blamin' high?
I remember that like the back of my hand.
Blamin' high, boy. Oh, we talking about the same thing, right?
Man, that would be like a flashback.
Yeah, we're still on the same topic.
Like a flashback on the wood or something.
Yeah.
If this world
was mine.
Alicia. But yeah,
Alicia.
Definitely. That movie was classic.
What song was that movie in? Hey, what song was that? In The Wood? Or was it Love and Basketball?
The Wood.
The Wood, right? Yeah, that was classic.
Yeah, it was. Dude, that was when Mike danced with her.
Man, ain't nobody buying you no grits.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. So,
Tic Tac.
Did the pressure get put on y'all when you seen that movie to make sure you dance with the girl you want to?
Facts.
100%.
Facts.
You didn't want to end up like him when he was dancing with the rabbit.
Yeah.
I was the same, bro. I was over there trying to do with a big ass pillow, like this buddy pillow.
Tic Tacs like crazy. Me and all my crew, we all had the white ones.
Tic Tacs. The marketing ploy.
Dude,
They got
I'm
you.
telling you, the movie, they got me. They got me good. I was like, only the white and the green, because what he say, the orange, or how your breath slick. And I was like,
that was a fact. The spearmint and the winter fresh flavor.
I didn't grow up with a daddy like that, so I just take what was
the
movies. Ghetto gospel. You feel me?
So we would spin pizza and shit where they land on.
But you just knew that breath had to be cool. You know what I'm saying? At them dances, and you know how it be. We all know how to dance, so we all know how it feels to be turning stuff out, and everybody's in a circle. Then the slow songs come on, and it's always those guys who know how to dance. Can't slow dance
at
it's
all.
Like they just sitting there waiting for it to
come back up,
or they trying to tap you to battle while you dancing with some you freaking
right.
And they're like,
you ever get my high step? I want to freak.
And then they right behind you, just you like, bro, don't do this, bro.
If only those kids had alcohol.
Oh, that'd have been on one.
Yeah, they would really be hitting it though. Have the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be like, bro, I ain't about to.
And then you tap them on the back and they're hella sweaty and they didn't even move anywhere.
You feel me? Lovers and friends come on and like, and they trying to like, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm getting all them cheeks. I'm getting all them cheeks.
Behind the Amertons.
So what's up? Exactly. You said you had some other questions for me?
I'm gonna head out. Oh my gosh. Okay. From all the Monumental loaded up moments, what was your personal like one that you're like that you really hold close?
I think hitting the 100th. I have like a top 3. I would say.
Okay.
So
top 3.
hitting the 100,000 mark was definitely one of them because I knew that we were going to be getting a plaque, and that was huge, not just for all of us, but for the cannabis community as a whole.
Yeah,
just to say that Susan Wojcicki gave us a plaque.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those don't know, that's the CEO of YouTube.
Yeah. Where it's like somebody's watching. Somebody had to type that up. Somebody had to recognize it.
The second thing would be just questioning myself, like, I'm really doing this off weed.
Yeah.
Right? Like, thank you to weed for this, that, for allowing me to live my dream.
Yeah, 100%.
You know? Hell yeah.
And then the third thing, man, I don't know. Like, there's so many, like, really cool things that we did. Like, all the trips that we take, I think the feeling of, like, afterwards when we get back and just looking back on, damn, we actually accomplished that. That's a really dope feeling, too. Just proving people wrong, I would say.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, man.
We've done a lot of those with this damn family, for sure. We did knock down doors.
Yep.
And, you know, because, like, you know, like, Strobe, you know how it feels, too, to be an entertainer and somebody, like, take care of all your expenses and all the stuff you get paid to go do what you love. And it's like, I've had that happen with music, but when it happened with Loaded Up, it was like, oh,
it's a trippy ass feeling. Like, the first time that wowed me was when we got booked for High Times Vegas. I was like, they doing what? We getting flown where?
I remember.
There's a budget? We get paid? What? Like, bro, Loaded Up didn't lightweight took care of a lot of my bills. I love y'all.
That was hecka dope. That was around when I first got there. But I remember, like, just being so excited for the squad because it's like, whoa, that happened. Like, just to know that's
a huge win.
Relationship was solidified in that top penthouse.
It's a win for all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. If he win, I won. You feel me? You won, I won. You know what I'm saying? Like,
same thing when what happens with the Oops tray. Like, that shit was such a big thing for us. Like, I was so hyped. I took care of that like my baby. Right. I didn't even roll on it. I literally had him sign it and put it in the thing.
For those that don't know, if you've seen the Oops tray, we took the picture of Oops on the tray. Yeah. And that tray was distributed everywhere. And it was in collaboration with Raw Rolling Papers. And if you don't know, that's like the Coca-Cola, the McDonald's of this industry. And they don't even touch the plant.
Yeah. Well, you know, shout out to Oops. You know, shout out to Raw. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to us.
Yes, exactly. Because, you know, it's because we made that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because
from
it's
nothing,
just going to keep
man.
growing, you know?
We really started with, like, one camera, struggling hot days, sweating.
So let's talk about that a little bit, like how the idea of Loaded Up actually came.
Yeah, what's up? Hit us with it.
So I think one day I was in the car. You know, the early days of medicating with cannabis, what ends up happening is you just experience everything different. If you're listening and you've never used cannabis, I would say it's not for everybody. No, however, if you use it, I look at it like this. Cannabis is not a vice, like alcohol, wine, cigarettes. I see it as a device. Because if you look at it as a device, you know that the cannabinoids can enable you to do different things. You see your life in a different way. You can see yourself in a different perspective. You can be more creative. You can be more relaxed. It takes away anger and pain and just different things. There's different applications for cannabis, especially when you get into CBD. But I didn't know that at first when I started Loaded Up. So
you doing it to get on.
You have like another person inside of you talking to yourself, and you're like, it's really revealing yourself. Like, what's that famous quote by Bob Marley? The herb will reveal yourself to it, or something like reveal yourself. Yeah. It's something like that, right? And that actually makes sense because I looked at myself in the mirror. I wasn't driving, somebody else was. I was loaded, and I was eating spaghetti. The windows were down, the music's blasting. So it was like
spaghetti.
It wasn't vegan spaghetti.
I'll tell you, used to be real.
man.
Chef Boyardee up in there with the chicken in the end. Dontae used to throw down the best. If you guys don't know, this is my cousin. He used to throw down like the whole Thanksgiving feast. If I ever came over, I knew Dontae had like some best fried buttermilk chicken type shit going on, bro. No, you've always been like you've been the cook of the family for sure.
Whipping it up. Oh, my mom taught me everything, and she's Filipino.
Oh yeah,
you know, she cooks like a black woman.
Bro, the greens
I'm
that
half black.
woman makes.
Man, you know.
Your mom's greens are the best greens I've
I
ever
had to lay it down. I'm half black.
I am black.
But let's talk about
I got
that
the
for a
Tiger
minute.
Woods syndrome.
That's crazy because some people wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I remember like some people asked me that with Dave Steezy before, like when we was in Schmop Life, and I'm like, Steezy's half black. You know what I mean? Like it's like the same thing with you. It's like people don't know. Like, yeah, Dante's a brother. I mean, he's one of our brothers anyway. You know what I'm saying?
AKA Jamal.
Like you feel me? Hey, it's real. Tay.
Jamal.
You feel me?
So back to the story. So we were in the car. I look at myself in the mirror. I got spaghetti sauce all over me, and I'm like, damn, like you're paranoid. You're looking at like if somebody's recording me right now, this would be the funniest thing to watch. So what do? I'm like, all right, I want to entertain myself. Every time I get loaded, I go on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on World Star. I'm like, damn. By the time I find something that's actually entertaining, the high's gone. Yes. And there's certain things like you can't just throw on like the fucking Bachelor. You can't throw on Jersey Shore. Some shit. Like entertainment can be anything, right? You need something that's funny, but that's also stimulating.
Something to compliment the high. Yeah.
And at the time on YouTube, there was a bunch of content creators known as WeTubers, and I love what they were doing because they were proving to people that you could be a normal living human being, right? You could function and still use cannabis, and they were spreading positivity. They were educating people across the world, but there was nobody who was uploading consistent, high-quality content.
True.
So, as a filmmaker, you know, I came out of the music video industry, and I think that's really where I got like in tune with cannabis. Cool John was one of the first people that I smoked with.
I remember you shot the video.
I got to smoke with Berner before Lemonade was a strain. All right, so with the Lemonade story, we were shooting a music video for Sue. David Camarina was the director. Adrian Sky was our location scout for the day.
Got you.
And he's a photographer. He shot with Berner. He shoots for Cookies and stuff like that.
Got you.
The shoot was for it was for Sue, right? So then we're like, okay, we're in the area. Let's stop by Berner's house. We're over there shooting by like the ocean area and stuff. Got I'm like, cool. At the time, I didn't smoke weed like that, and I was like, okay, who's Berner? And then they were telling me who he is. I'm like, all right, it's chill. He's from the city. Let's go meet him up.
Yeah.
We go to his house. Like literally, this is his family's house, right? He's got all his cookies gear in there. This is when he was still hustling, and
to get water, huh?
Yeah. To get to his backyard, we go through the house. We're in the kitchen. His dad's there whipping up some fire food. You have to hop through a window to get to the deck. There's no backyard door. There's no stairs to get to a deck. It's just a deck outside of a window.
Frisco houses, man.
Crazy.
So we go there. He fires it up. He's like, yo, this is Lemonade. And this is where the first time I ever heard finangled. Sue was so high. He said finangled. I'm like, I heard of finesse. He's like, what's that? That's the past tense of finesse. Finangled.
Fandangled?
And then peep this. If you watch Hercules, the animated movie, you know where Hercules knocks down all the pillars and stuff?
Yeah.
He was like, his uncle was like, hey, Hercules, go finagle Phineas or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. That's the first time I ever heard finagled then. Didn't even peep it.
Dang, yeah, I feel you got to use it in a sentence to make it real. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't really using it at all. You feel me? I don't want to get too deep because I'm loaded right now. But I'm trying to get more loaded. What you rolling up some of that? Oops.
Yeah, we're doing that combo. We got the Cosmic Crunch and the Home Run Crunch.
I just had to make sure.
I thought I was going to be able to go to the Schmacko tonight, but I'm not going to lie. After this, I might be catered.
I just want to thank you personally, you know what I'm saying, for just taking a chance on you know, me coming there myself because, you know, I was a fan of it already, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I be telling Oops, like, bro, I see the squatters parties. What's going on? Like, I like this. And I took acting for the camera class before in college, you know what I'm saying, when I went to Cal State East Bay. And some of the exercises we did, what we do on show literally remind me of what we be doing, like the improv stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, it felt just like right at home, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I got to get on Blind Spotting, it's because, shout out to the homie Raphael Casal and David Diggs. Raphael watched the show. He seen Loaded Up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, that's big, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
Like, Loaded Up done open doors for me, like, you know what I'm saying? I never thought it would, you know what I'm saying? Even with the music, it's fans.
When's the first time that you guys, like, the idea of Loaded Up, I remember when I came to Strobe with it, he was a little skeptical about it. Like, he knew it was a good idea, but he was really a little skeptical because he didn't know what the outcome was going to be. Like, I didn't know what the outcome was going to be either. But when did it first hit you where it was like, oh, snap, this is, you know, something that I really want to do and that I'm passionate about doing?
Yeah.
When was that for you guys?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Don't smoke woods.
Because I got inspired actually.
Damn, I really just got Flemmertons. All right, so what you just said is when Dontae, after we got done filming, right, I did it off the strength at first, you know what I mean? It was going to take off. It took off. Next thing you know, Dontae hits me with my first payment. I was like, he was like, here. It was like, what, 3, 4? Maybe at the time, like 300, 400. Yeah, and I was like, what? This is for me, with the cannabis, and okay, yeah, this is it. Like, I'm full-fledged 100%. Because if I can do this, and then the next, we go legal, bam.
Yeah,
and then,
definitely.
It just all fell into place. And then the fans start coming in, and we built the family with everybody around the world, and, like, we're tapped in so many ways and places. Like, our face cards are amazing right now.
Yeah. And I feel like, us already having a good face card, already being popping in something, already being passionate about something, recognized in our artwork is really one thing that helped, because it's like you kind of put together an all-star cast. Like, that's what I've been wanting to know. Like, so what was your thought process in selecting who's on the show? Because you obviously had a lot of people who wanted to be on the show, people who came, definitely before me. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's just...
It came organically, and it really came from the audience who was, like, listening. Like, I could see a lot of potential in people, and I know, like, if people can take direction and they're willing to, like, make themselves better for obvious reasons, then it's like, okay, that's a big plus. Yeah. And how I met ST was like a movie. We were shooting the Canon at the Schmop house, and it's like a scene in the movie where, like, you run and you meet somebody, and then, like, they hit a montage or something after that. But it was like ST stopped me as I was leaving on the side of the house. It's hella dark, and he was trying to DM us a bunch of times. You remember at the time I was like, I really don't want to, like, add new people to load it up right now.
Yeah, he was strict about it. Like, we couldn't even, when he was like, nobody on set.
Because at that point, we would have probably been shooting Loaded Up for 6 months already. And when I did it, I had a piece of paper with 20 ideas, right?
Nice.
So I was going to go back to working retail, and I came up with an idea because I just stopped running a production company. So I was just thinking, I was like...
I was on set one of those videos.
You were, you were. I have the footage of that. So I was like, I really don't want to go back to retail. Let me figure out something else that we can do. I did a lot of research, and I knew that cannabis was the next booming thing in the world. Okay, it was the next gold rush, it was the next green rush. When you look at it a way like that, it's like, okay, it's going to have a bunch of problems. We're going to have to jump through a bunch of hoops, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. And that's what this industry is. It's a marathon. It's not a race. It's not a get-rich scheme type of thing. It's about making, like, actual cultural impact.
Absolutely. What are we doing it for? Not that.
Oh, God.
So it's like starting out with the first cast members of Loaded Up. There was some people who couldn't hang. Some people in the comments said they weren't funny. Some people were just not talking enough. That's not the type of show that we wanted to produce. We wanted to produce something that was entertaining, people who brought characters, people who complemented each other and had really good chemistry. So part of it was almost like a casting call, inviting different people out, seeing who
fit
had the most time. Yeah. And a lot of the people actually who got on was when we did the 5-gallon gravity bong video, because Cool John was the first person, because he's always supported, like, whatever I've done. So I wanted him to be the first person on the show because it was only right.
Yeah, 100%.
He's like, he introduced me to cannabis, right?
I feel.
And
shout out John.
And as a Schmop boy, that's what had me like, whoa, what is this? You feel me?
Okay. It's like he was on the first episode. There was a couple other homies who, like, organically we got together. I asked Strobe, like, do you know anybody else? He got Frenchie on the show. We did the 5-gallon gravity bong. That's when it was Cool John, Oops, Skip. There was a couple other people there with him as well.
Because I remember hitting people like, man, where y'all at, man? Hold up, I didn't know about this. You know what I'm saying? But when they told me, it was like, I just couldn't make it down. You feel me? But I knew I was gonna tap in. Definitely.
Y'all are so loaded.
I'm wounded right now.
These guys are super loaded.
But you know what's crazy? Strobe is actually one of the people that inspired me to be on the show. Like, really just watching. When I seen how you assembled it, I'm like, I know Frenchie, I know Strobe. Of course I know Oops, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like, I rock with everybody who already on the show.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and, so the chemistry, definitely. Everybody, like, knowing everybody was, like, a plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zoe was the only person I had just met. You feel me? Everybody else,
I had brought Zoe to the show.
Everybody.
It was, I've met, it was my first little high times thing, right? I'm walking through, and right before I leave, right? Got my little goodie bag with the F. This dude stopped me, bro. It's Zoe. He hella big. I'm like, oh, it's that. He know me for funk, or do he know me for the show?
He's about to get spunky.
Yeah, he was like, hey, you Stroby Grams loaded up, bro. I was like, yeah. He's like, Randy's my brother. Hold on, I got something for you, bro. Gave me hella weed, like 2 ounces of this, and like hella this and that and the third. He was like,
I remember
Zoe Dablo Escobar.
Yeah, he was like, hey man, this for you, man. Just get my strain out and see. I hit Dontae up ASAP, dude, and we smoked that weed, that jaw cookie, and I forgot what else it was.
Orangutan.
John Nettic. Shout out to John Nettic.
Yeah, shout out to John Nettic for believing in us, man, because
definitely
they literally helped us. There was a lot of y'all who really helped us too, man. But yeah, shout out to Zoe, man. everybody added in so perfect, and I got my brothers for life. And that's the biggest.
I felt like we like
me.
the cannabis and living color or something, man.
Yeah, facts.
And I'll be watching stuff like that to keep me sharp. Like, okay, it's a bunch of different personalities. Everybody bringing something to the table. Like, and you could tell, like, man, like, ooh, when we shoot some of them episodes and you jump in there first, and I just be like, ooh, Strobe done set the tone.
Okay, thank you.
Like, you really set the tone, bro. Like I'll be watching episodes like Strobe know what the hell he doing. Like,
he can
like
talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just a different thing. I've been knowing you know how to dance, but I'm like, this is improv. It's like, I always want to know what inspired you.
Honestly, it was his dad, like, showing us so many movies as kids. So it's like, you know, being around him and being around so many animated, you know, comics, hella catchphrases and funny movies. It's like my mind was always trained to always, you know, I always said I had the motor mouth back in the day. I talk so much. But it's like, that's why my mind's always so quick. If I hear a movie pops in my head, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I mean, stuff like that.
Don't be a menace.
Yeah, exactly. I got these cheeseburgers. So it's like, you know, being around that, and then, you know, just watching stand-up comics, like how you do yourself, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, like,
definitely.
You know, it's like, okay, that's like my personality. So it's like, why not show the people who know me for dance who I really am as well?
Yeah, I didn't know you was this funny. Like, I knew you was funny, like a good person and stuff, and like, you know, you crack jokes, like, but it will be out there right before you dog somebody on the dance floor. It would be like, we're just like, you know, like if Jordan crack a joke before he like nail a free throw without looking or something, like. But I'm like, nah, this fool Strobe is really funny as hell. Kobe. Like for real.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Man.
And Gigi and everybody else.
For real. You know what you doing, man. I ain't
Appreciate
gonna lie.
you, brother. Thank you. It means a lot, honestly. Because I feel like, because Zoa even came, a lot of people came up to me and was like, bro, you helped me like get behind the camera and really become, you know what I mean, myself. And I'm like, that's what's up. Because like, if you could do that, and now we're all to like that level, nobody's like above, nobody's here, everybody's at the same pace. It's just like, it makes everything move so much in the right direction that it's like, it can't be stopped. Like,
definitely.
That's why when Dontae and our, you know, other producer, when they like pick these videos and like add like certain people in these, like, it's for a reason. Yeah. Like, it's so golden.
Just think about some of the stuff we done did, some of the trips we done taken, like, over the years. Like, just think of, like whole groups. Like, we ain't did no cocaine or ended up in jail or nobody banged no one's chick or nothing like that. Nobody got shot at or,
like,
you know what I mean?
Here's a typical day with Loaded Up. We come in, we work, we crack the craziest jokes on and off the camera. We have a dance battle randomly between everybody for no reason.
A beatbox rap freestyle.
Yeah, beatbox rap freestyle. And then in the studio, they had the little basketball thing. It's just like, it's really family. It's like time, bro. It's like the best time you could possibly have.
People aren't ready, though. 2020 is going to be huge.
Speaking of that, the party is this freaking week. If you guys are watching this, it's probably already done. But yeah, man, welcome back. Loaded Up Entertainment, first decade party, man. Like, it's going to be sick.
2020.
Yes.
It is going to be dope. So 2020 is going to be a really huge year for us.
Hell yeah.
We've got, everybody wants daily content.
Yep.
We're not going to be uploading daily content on one channel.
Nope.
You're going to get all of that content on loadedupent.com. Website is dropping very soon.
Ooh,
so stay in touch with that. Go ahead and type that into your web browser. Subscribe so you get notified when we drop that website. But in the meantime, enjoy this weekly podcast. We got Loaded Up Music dropping as well, which is another podcast of content with your host, Randy McFly. He's going to be interviewing all of your favorite upcoming and most poppin' music artists. This show right here, they're going to be interviewing some of the most iconic people in the cannabis industry. The first episodes are going to be all about all of the hosts on Loaded Up Entertainment.
Get to know us a little better.
Loaded Up ENT, we're still going to be uploading there as well. And then Loaded Up Entertainment is another channel where we'll be uploading our docu-series style content and more in-depth style content.
We're not playing with y'all. We're hitting y'all from every angle possible. Just know, you're going to have Loaded Up at the front doors.
And that's how we have to move in this industry, right?
Yeah,
we got to be everywhere. We want you guys listening, watching, experiencing in live action with us. Stay tuned. We have our screening events coming up soon.
Oh, man. You guys are not ready. We got a tour coming
we're
up.
Going to be hitting the road soon.
It's going to get so real. Y'all have no idea, but it's everything that y'all want. You know
My
what
heart
I'm saying?
flutters
everything
for
that
the
we
thoughts
want. You know what I mean?
Of this idea. No, of this idea.
Definitely.
2020 about to get so
guys,
big, man.
I'm not going to cap. I've been a sober man, and I've been a high man. I choose to be a high man every single day.
Oh, facts.
That's why I like to think about it as like, you know, Jordan Belfort and them at the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, man. Dude, I done heard some of the stuff. Remember that podcast we listened to, man? Oh, man. Hey, that scene was epic, man. Whenever they start doing that.
Name Oops.
Hey, but like,
toilet.
for real, this is like just too trill, man. It's like getting the website. Like, y'all don't know, we done faced hell with social media getting deleted, like channels like being shadow banned, pages getting disabled, you know what I'm saying? Like, not being able to promote stuff, like not being able to get loot. So us having our own platform, like being able to do what we gonna do.
There's no restrictions.
You know, this website is about to get so real,
It's gonna be one of those ones you gotta click 18 and up and hella shit.
Like, you know, if you watching this, you tuning into this, you already see it's a glow up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing with them. We ain't playing with them.
Why did I, like, you said that and I just pictured like some adult website.
It's gonna be girls like this in a green outline and stuff like that. Are you 18 and up? Yes.
How long can you last for?
Ooh, Be This Me This loaded up edition coming soon. We're gonna have all calendars of all our cast. I'll be baby oiled up, Speedo. Feel me? It's gonna say baby girl in the schlong long. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, it get real.
You do it. All right, man. I'm Dontae. Thank you for coming on the second episode. Oh, yeah, fire up.
Yeah, we can't leave and not blaze. You know what
I'm
saying?
up. Pop the top.
You know, it wouldn't be right if we didn't have a founder of Loaded Up here to spark up.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Fine joint.
I'm high.
But it's cool. We about to get there, man.
El poppeth and toppeth.
Yes. It's only fitting. The top is popped on that
Does
fire.
Does the sound cool? That's like ASMR.
So, man, oh, yeah. What I did want to ask you.
If you're in a car right now, we are smoking the finest Oops All Berries Cosmic Crunch with the Home Run Crunch. And this here right here, Spice joint that I'm gonna...
You know what I need, though? Because you got that mic. I need a Dontae Catlett beatbox. See, y'all don't know. Dontae, some of y'all do know, but a lot of y'all don't know. He go crazy.
Look at that. He
on
ready.
the beatbox.
Yeah. Yo,
y'all
New York
really not
City.
knowing.
Hey, yo, B, this is
Give a dose,
crazy.
man.
Are you gonna freestyle?
Man, let's go, man. Come on.
DJ.
Let's do it.
DJ, drop the beat.
Oh. Okay. Since he dropped it on the beat, freestyle tip, I'ma have to go on the freestyle rip. ST going off the head like I'm busting off the hit on my RoboCop shit. Cock and reload, and you know I'm back up in my mode. ST, yeah, Alamo with no ice cream sweet, no me, not never. ST flowing off of the head, I'm so clever, but I'm about to hit this joint one time, and I'ma pass it to Stroby for the rhyme.
Okay. I think I can get this. I'm an Asian dude. I'm waiting for the next part, alright? Yeah. Hey, look, I stunt tough like Tony Jaa up in the action flick. Chain gang froze like the pose on a mannequin. You might have seen me for the dancing or the cannabis. I'm fucking up the game like I never heard of abstinence. And nowadays, snow crab with the white wine. Fly guy, VVS replicating the sunshine. My pack out of this world like I'm tapped in with the sci-fi. Bathe in Vegas, bitch, I'm well connected like Wi-Fi. My bitch dangerous, I call her Hurricane Katrina. We fucking, we slap Dre and we puff on the B-list. Where it's at, my nigga, I was taught to get paid. Taught to get it out of check out of the check of the blade.
Ooh.
Gang.
Loaded up freestyle.
Stroby came with that shit. I've seen.
He really did.
Had to. It's our podcast. I gotta come with the heat every time. We can cuss.
Oh yeah, facts.
Feel me?
Real facts in this motherfucker. But look, some people think that, you know what I'm saying, we don't do this. We just inclined, man. We do a lot of shit. Motherfucker pass the joint.
Motherfucker pass the joint, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
beatboxing, and we just start rapping, and, you know, he starts snapping, and, you know what I'm saying? If you start capping, we gonna get on your cap. You know what I'm saying? But that shit just happened.
If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, let us know who you want these two to interview next.
Yes.
Subscribe to the podcast.
What's gonna be
Turn on your post notifications.
Rate the podcast.
Make sure you rate the podcast because it'll help us and make more people see and listen to the Loaded Up podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're gonna wrap this thing up like safe sex. It's been your host with the smoking that dope on the show, Stroby Grams baby girl.
It's your boy Dontae Catlett.
It's ST Spittin to be exact.
Till next time, y'all.
Yay! Yeah.
like Gucci Mane. I make a bad bitch wanna pop coochie, man. I go stupid, man. Stick in a blueprint, man. Follow the G code, not just music, man. I'm from the town, bruh. We get down, bruh. You talking 3 for dub, we flip pounds, bruh. Real play makers don't play around, cuz on G.O.D. Shit wild, blood.